Does this sound expensive to you? No. It sounds like metronome. It sounds cheap. You bought the sample pack, you wrote the pattern, but it still sounds robotic. That is because your groove stats are very low. This is the exact same samples. The only difference is how we handled it. Groove isn't magic, it is just a combination of 5 different variables: timing, dynamics, texture, envelope, and space. Today, we are going to fix your stats. Listen to this loop. Cool loop, we just need hats on top of this. I wanted a bit more driving, so I'm gonna start with 16 hats. I'm gonna go to Mercurial Tones Onyx samples. There are some really cool closed hats there. This sounds cool. 16 patterns. Currently, our hat is here. And let's give it some stats. The first thing is timing. When it comes to stats, you don't need to max everything out. You have to be holistic. So when the hats come together, we want to see overall picture, maybe looking like this. When it comes to 16 hats, I definitely want the timing a bit more pronounced, right? Somewhere around here. What does that mean? That means I cannot just put everything on the grid. It is robot, so what we do, we move things around so we can feel the groove a bit. You can either move it manually or in your DAW if you have like Ableton groove library. This looks cool, disco feel. Groove applied, now we have this. Can you hear that pulling and pushing feeling? Let's compare to this. Right, so we essentially made this around here. We can exaggerate it, but for us, I think it is enough. Now it comes to dynamics, meaning that the volume levels of the hits changes. So I want quite dynamic hats. So I want something around here because 16 hats when you play, it is always very dynamic. Easiest way to control this, letting velocity control the volume. You can do it same way using the velocity with your groove. I like to do it manually. You can just click on draw and click on control. So you can very fast draw stuff around here. Something like this. Now we have this. From here. Isn't this so simple and yet effective? Alright, let's go back to the texture. For the hat 16 hats, I actually don't mind changing texture too much. We're gonna jump over this, go to immediately to envelope. Envelope, I want it to be changed. Meaning, every hit, I actually want to change the envelopes to how volume shape looks. How much attack I have, how much decay I have. Simplest way, MIDI LFO, put it here, random. Map it first to fade in, sync it to 116, because our hats are 116, and control the depth. Offset a bit, decrease the depth. Now I want the same thing actually on the decay. So if we go to fade out, something like this, right? Just to show you, you don't need to actually use MIDI LFO. You can also use something like similar LFO. Same idea. Now I want to control it like every 1 bar going up. Now what happens, it starts with like big fade out, so then it comes back, creating this sound. You can have it jitter if you want to. Now we have from here to here. Super cool. Space we are gonna add later on. But one thing, the texture, maybe we can pull this a bit here now. I'm not gonna exaggerate it, but there's one trick in my sleeve. If you feel like you are learning, please consider like and subscribe, and I promise I will find you more valuable stuff in the future. I'm gonna bring vocoder. I don't want to exaggerate. This time, I'm gonna map the drivelet. Too much. Without. It. Can you hear that texture? Really cool. Now we have this. A single 16 hi-hat gives so much character, groove, texture, ambience, everything is there. To top everything off, I'm gonna actually put something like compressor and sidechain to kick, so you can have this volume of the kick printed on negatively on my 16 hats. Now we can hear. This is such a gorgeous sound. Alright, we just started. There are so many things to do. The moment that we add the space, this will be cool. For now, I'm gonna keep it simple. Simple modern reverb for drums. Send it there. Too much? Be done? It just puts everything into a room, but we don't want to exaggerate yet. Now the first hat is there. I want now my off hat. Pump, pump, right? A classic on electronic music. I'm going to duplicate this. This just helps me to keep the same groove, right? Then I can do this. Now I have my off-hat hits and I can control the velocities a bit faster. I'm gonna keep them a bit more steady, but my pattern already built in. So my hat already has that timing and probably a bit less dynamics. So what I want is similar, probably less texture, a bit envelope, probably a bit more space, something like this. So I want this straight in the middle feeling. For now, let's go to open hat. Such a cool hat. I think I can make this smaller. Let's see. I'm going to turn the LFOs and midis here because I don't need them now, so I don't want them to confuse me when I come back to look together. Too big, right? We're going to do like this. Bring down the envelope. Maybe it's too rich. I want something probably a bit... Oh, this is super nice. Oh my god. Perfect envelope as well. Remove that vocoder. Straight in, so I want a bit brighter sound actually. So I'm gonna put just a simple EQ, boost the highs a bit. What a gorgeous sound. Now, I said I'm going to keep the timing super middle, but I have taken my sleeves because while I'm going to keep the simple hit here, I'm going to create the illusion of timing by accentuating the ghost hats. It means if I take all them together and duplicate this once, maybe twice, and pick different part of hats, create maybe something like this. And then maybe another one, we can transpose up. So we even add a bit texture, character. So bringing a bit texture, right? This also adds a bit dynamics because volume's gonna change. So we are actually making something like this. How? Adding them around. Do you hear that? That one I wanna change a bit more. I'm gonna make this even brighter. I can put the EQ now just here, just affecting only this sound. What a cool sound. Maybe here. Duplicate one more time. Now I want to just glue them a bit together. Another trick, rather than using vocoder again, I'm going to use shaper box, but you can use vocoder as well. Pick the noise. Now it will sound like this. Get only highs. We're going to control release. This line controls how much the sound is added. Without, it adds this noise layer, the texture. just 2 hats, off hat and 16 hat. Do you hear how much we added? For many cases, as simple as this could be already enough for the track. Now I'm gonna go exaggerate things just to show you how you can even add more stuff in your hats, but you don't have to follow the next steps in every track you did. I'm doing this simply because I want to show you and I want to be over the top a little bit, okay? This is called on hat, and many people actually use this bit like the rides or more simpler, brighter sounds. And in our case, it is very useful because this sound is still relatively dark. So we can place a bright ride on top of this on the beats. Let's bring that 16 hat one more time. I'm gonna start simple. I'm gonna turn off everything and turn on beats only for now. And I'm gonna go and find some type of ride, crash, a brighter type of sound. Let's go Deviant. Some cool analog rides here. Here we go. Now, at first sight, it will sound very over the top. What you often want is actually accentuation, picking the tail part oftentimes, avoiding this initial transient, getting a softer sound. Right? Together with the track. Now, the trick is actually making less obnoxious. And again, you don't need to do every track, but I'm going to do just the illustration. I'm going to get that high end, bring down the volume. We're going to send it to vintage reverb, a big reverb over here. Right? This will be the air drums. It will float on top of your drums most of the time and give you this wide stereo. For the rides, you don't need to oftentimes use like this. You can actually create the grooves like this. Maybe shorten it more. Now this is gorgeous. And again, remember we are using still same timing arrangement, so they align nicely together. And because they are staying in different part of the spectrum, they also come together nicely, like a puzzle pieces. It is beautiful. Now, this is only hats or the cymbals overall for your track. And the shakers, if you ask me, as a type of hat in electronic music too, even though in reality it's not a hi-hat. But it is bundled together with the hats oftentimes. So but you can use the shakers oftentimes, even give more groove to your track. To avoid grooves dragging each other, trying to implement their own grooves, I'll keep using the same grooves that you build. In this case, shakers oftentimes this off-hat type of feel. So I'm going to duplicate my off-hat solo and change my hat to shaker. Onyx, find a shaker. This is a nice organic shaker. Let's try this. It could be a bit too much for this track. Again, your sample selection depends on your track. Actually, it sounds good. Can probably cut a bit the highs, this area, so that it can probably work nicely together with the hi-hat. That also means now I can do the same thing that I did with hat, with my shaker. Let's start with this. I'm going to probably use like this part. You can actually use also early sucking feel here. Let's try that too. Yeah. And then we duplicate this one more time, fill this part with the tail. Always try with your off-hat, because off-hat is your mean in the middle, that power sound. All together now. And remember, I'm layering. You don't need to layer this much in reality. I just want to show you. And then I'm going to actually take that sidechain kick to pudding group simply because I want to have a slight follow-up from the kick that groove implemented my whole hi-hat bass. Not that much. You're going to go to look ahead. This will help the kick to pass through as well. And the final part will be, of course, mixing a bit properly. In this case, I'm listening to the sound. I'm actually thinking, okay, that hats, maybe they need a bit more top end. Maybe that. Together. Let's put it actually here. You can also always switch the hats if you feel like, okay, I want maybe something a bit tighter here. In this case, I'm going to actually test out something like this. Now we have this. Yeah. That hat is a bit panned, I think. I want it a bit more in the middle. Like that. We still didn't focus too much on the space part. So let's focus a bit more on that too now. This. Put more and more EQ here. Gentle. Now that hat needs first the room. A bit how too. A bit hole here too. So we can get the sizzle in. Here we go. We are getting that room feeling now. I sometimes do this, not all the time, but for now, I want everything inside the room to super small, super tiny reverb. So you can hear what's happening. There's like a pre-delay on it. Right? I'm going to keep it extra bright. Then I'm going to bring down to like really very low. Now, let's go back to the room again and 16 hats. Let's go here and introduce random pan. So things started going around a little bit. Now we have this. We're also opening space for the other things. That shaker, let's pan this manually a bit first. Not too much, 10 to 10. Super cool, right? And then I'm going to give slight random pan to everything, like 5 here, 5 here. That going side to middle feeling will be mostly kept, but there will be still randomness in it still. Right, together. And look at our imager. We are still very much stable, so we can still, during the later master stages, or even if you want to show you what happens when your engineer probably push them, we still have a lot of room to grow them apart. Remember, always balance with your track. And one final thing, I want to bring that air up. We are focusing too much on space now, but I like to do it in the last space. We go to sides and boost those slightly here now. Gorgeous. If you want to learn more about mixing or start to finish courses, check my courses here. I go every bit of details there, but if you want to stay here, it's completely fine. Also, if you don't know, you can actually download these things on my Patreon. Hats are only a part of drums. If you want to learn more about drums, take a look at here.